what better way to begin the high school football season than having 2 televised games with intriguing storylines? I can think of none, and be honest, you can't either. Last night, we saw the beginning of a head coaching career in a game named after that man's grandfather. Tonight, we see a rematch from last season's Single A semifinals as the Pirates of South Pittsburg try to defeat the Bobcats of Oliver Springs for a 3rd time in just over a year. It's Game 2 of this week's edition of the OEB Law Game of the Week. OEB Law absolutely does everything they can in order to help people no matter what the situation is. You got a car, motorcycle accident, personal injury, low-cost agreed divorce, workers' compensation, criminal defense, wills, medical malpractice, nursing home neglect, bad drug or medical devices. They pretty much do it all. That is OEB Law, and we will be joined by OEB Law's Tim Elrod as we get into the first quarter of our game tonight, so look forward to having him back on with us this season. But I'm Aaron Harvey, joined by my favorite shoemaker, Coach Dan Shoemaker. And I remember last season hearing talk about how crazy Oliver Springs was for scheduling South Pitt to start the season. The Bobcats lost that game 56-0, but you have to believe that was a humbling experience that set the stage for the work that team put in that got them right to a rematch, which was a lot closer than the 31-6 final score would have one believe.
Yeah, to me, this seems like round 3 of a heavyweight boxing match. Round 1 didn't go so well for Oliver Springs, but round 2 was a lot closer. Now we're waiting on round 3. This time the teams are just a little bit different. You know, seniors move on, upperclassmen move up, but we're going to see some familiar faces, some familiar names tonight in this ball game.
Teams a little bit different is an understatement for South Pitt, I do believe, and We'll talk about that when we go to preview that game. But there's a lot going on around the area as our game's kicking off at 8. Most games kicked off at 7, some kicked off at 7:30, so there are already some games in progress, so we can even update you with some scores in our pregame as well. So for Dan Shoemaker, I'm Aaron Harvey. We'll get all that going when we get back. You're tuned in to the OEB Law Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Tim Elrod. Over the years, you've heard us at OEB Law say, let us turn your wreck into a check. We still do that for many families, but I want to take the time to go beyond the slogan. I think I've learned over the years, and more every day, that the most important thing for an attorney to understand is the value of being a partner to you. When you and your family call an attorney, you're calling because you need some help. You need someone to pull alongside you and stand with you. We understand the process of the legal system. You probably don't. So it's our responsibility to keep you informed about every step of the process. You're going to have questions about what's going on. What's next? What do I need to know? Our responsibility is to guide you through the process with the information that you need, the answers to your questions, and the assurance that we have your back at OEB Law. You have my word. We stand with you because communication is key.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
In East Tennessee, our work heritage runs deep. For over a century, the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union Local 102 has been part of the area's growth and prosperity. Don't sell yourself or your business short by hiring unskilled labor. Our cutting-edge labor training facility equips our members with the advanced skills needed to be the very best in the industry. Keep jobs local and the money in the state. At Local 102, we work tirelessly today to help build a better tomorrow for our community and our members.
1 in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's 1 person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Medic Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Medic has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians, and for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
Energize your home with natural gas from ORUD, your affordable energy choice. See all the ways natural gas can improve your home by visiting one of the ORUD showrooms in Oak Ridge or Kingston. New gas appliances run more efficiently. They provide hot water when you need it, precise heat control for cooking, and can dry clothes in about half the time. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can use. ORUD Natural Gas.
And welcome back to the OEB Law Game of the Week as we get set for our second game in a row. I'm Aaron Harvey with Coach Dan Shoemaker. A handful of games took place last night. We can briefly run over those. Anderson County knocked off Powell 28-25. Boy, that was a good game. McMinn County upset Bradley Central 16-13. And an hour game last all Coalfield, final score 60-7. The Yellow Jackets started strong and never let up.
You know, Anderson County was able to notch a hard-fought, impressive win. You know, they're hard to beat at home anyway, but Powell was never really able to close the deal. McMinn County surprised a whole lot of people, including me, with that win. Our game last night was a bit of a surprise too, but not in the way that you would normally think. The Jackets were impressive, and they're now getting ready for Oneida next week. The Dogs have to go figure some things out and get ready for the Harriman Blue Devils.
That's right. So speaking of the Harriman Blue Devils, we can turn our attention to tonight. Kingston is in Harriman for what has historically been a great rivalry. Lately, it's been rough for the Blue Devils. The last 3 seasons, the Yellow Jackets have outscored them, get this, 155-0. 155-0. That's not a typo. That's really what it is. Big oof. But there's a lot of buzz around Travis Tapp's squad. Some say the talent there could have Harriman competing in a very tough Region 2 single A. And Kingston graduated some very important pieces from last year's team. This one could get interesting.
Yeah, this one's been on my radar as kind of an indicator game. I know the Blue Devils have grown up a little bit. They were young, especially in some important spots last year, but they've matured and they've had a really good summer. Kingston, on the other hand, they graduated some really good players. And they've been working hard. Coach Pankey's been working them hard, but they've still got some things to figure out. They're a young team, and they've got to learn how to compete before they learn how to win. We'll see tonight if that young Kingston team can bring it all together. Coach Tapp, Coach Pankey will have a great game plan ready, I'm sure, and this one should be a really good game.
So you mentioned how Coalfield is getting prepared for Oneida. Oneida took the long road trip down Highway 27 to get to Rockwood. 2 traditionally tough and solid programs have kept this game on the schedule despite not being in the same classification anymore. I can understand why. This is a great measuring stick game to find out what you need to work on for the rest of the season. Rockwood finished 6-6 last year, but seemed to get better and better with each game. Tiger fans looking to step up this season, and they think they may have the players to do it. Oneida finished 8-4 a season ago, and unlike most of my life, improvement for the Indians will rely on the passing game. Imagine that. It's always fun when these two teams square off.
It is, and it's always a good matchup, whether it's the start of the season like tonight or whether it's late in the season like it has been for a district championship type game. Rockwood was very young in spots as well last year, and I expect improvement on both sides of the ball. Oneida, well, they're Oneida, and they're going to play you hard wherever you are, at their place or you're playing them at home. Coach Webb, Coach May have been at this thing for a long time. Ain't nobody going to fool anybody in this one. I suspect this will be a straight-ahead, smash-mouth football game. Should be a dandy.
Really should. We're moving closer to kickoff for our game tonight between South Pittsburg and Oliver Springs. We'll preview some of our other games around the area and dig more into this matchup a little later. But first, a break. This is the OEB Law Game of the Week.
Over 14,000 neighbors live in fear of becoming sick or injured and having to make a choice between putting food on the table or seeking medical care. The free medical clinic tries to take that fear away.
What do we help them with? We help them with diabetes, hypertension, any kind of medical need that they need that's necessary. And being in a community with the African American community lets them know that we're here.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We built our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
What is strength when you're battling cancer? Is it a shoulder to lean on? A voice of hope? Is it confidence in the most available care options? Or is it unmatched expertise answering your hardest questions? Giving you the courage to move forward. At Covenant Health, we think it means all of this and more. For you. Let our strength be yours.
Back to the OEB Law Game of the Week with Dan Shoemaker. I'm Aaron Harvey. Let's talk about some other games going on around the area. Clinton's making the trip to Cleveland tonight to take on the Blue Raiders. A lot of drama went down in Dragontown this summer.
Yes, it did.
Now, let me just try to explain this as quickly as possible. So the TSSAA issued a fine, and Clinton had to vacate every win from a season ago because one of the players supposedly wasn't academically eligible. So there was supposed grade tampering. 2 teachers were fired. The principal resigned, and Coach Darrell Keith was informed that his contract is not going to be renewed. After all this happened, Clinton produced information showing that the player in question actually was eligible. So Clinton's punishment was rescinded, and they got to keep their wins and didn't have to pay a fine. However, the employment status of those I mentioned earlier did not change. It's a big mess, but the bottom line is Clinton has an interim coach, Jason Hammock, who takes over a Clinton team that just had their deepest run in the playoffs since 1992. Powell transfer Jalen Benjamin replaces Keith's son, Joshua, at quarterback. The son of the coach signed to continue his football career at UT Martin. Cleveland won a shootout in this game a season ago, 49-36. A lot of curious eyes will be watching to see how that one turns out.
Yeah, the drama last spring and summer was really unfortunate because it cast shadows on what was really a great season for Clinton. Now, there's a new coach. He's on interim status, but Coach Hammock is a longtime Clinton guy that I'm told. So I think the program is going to be in safe hands. Taking on Cleveland tonight, that's going to be a test. We know that, and you hope that the guys will carry forward the success from last year into this season. Getting in a new quarterback is always exciting, but you never really know how quick that learning curve is. Tonight, we're going to see.
So
Clinton will have a tough road to hoe in this one.
I absolutely agree, and I was wanting to talk about the Oak Ridge game. Oak Ridge trying to bounce back after being upset by that Clinton team in last year's second round of the playoffs. You know, the Wildcats opened up the Derek Rang era with a bang by defeating Jefferson County soundly a season ago, and the Patriots didn't lose a game after that until a close second round playoff matchup with Bearden. It was the first time since 2002 that the program had more than 8 wins. They were really good is the point I'm trying to make, and they think they can be even better this year, but Oak Ridge is thinking they'll be better as well, and we will continue that after our national anthem.
Thank you.
National Anthem tonight, performed by the Oliver Springs High School Marching Band. And all these Roane County bands do such a significant job. And I say that every season. I'm going to continue to say that every single time I see them, because it's always a treat when you get to go to a school that has a live marching band. But continuing the thought that we were at before, as you see some front porch living.
Yeah, there you go.
That's how you do it.
Exactly.
So the Patriots of Jefferson County at home tonight against Oak Ridge. And they've got a senior offensive lineman, Nick Moore, who's committed to play for the University of Tennessee next year. And I said that this one could be tight, but it almost looks like Jefferson County has different plans, because in the second quarter, they lead over Oak Ridge 21-0.
Wow, that's Nick Moore's the real deal, and he's going to be an impact player for Jeff County. Oak Ridge has some returning players too, and they're going to compete at a high level. I think the loss to Clinton last year really stung, and that should be in the mind of the Wildcats for a while. That'll be a touchstone maybe to refocus. I think Oak Ridge will be hard to handle because they've got some tools that they can use. You got a quarterback, Blaine Stansberry, Will Presley at wide receiver, and Malik Howard at tight end. But it sounds like Jeff County's figured that out, at least through the second quarter. So
we'll keep an eye on that one. Alcoa's got Ravenwood at home. That game's currently ongoing. Ravenwood, a 6A program from Middle Tennessee that has 7 double-digit win seasons out of the last 11 in 6A. That's impressive. Doesn't matter. Alcoa wins, enough said. And currently I can update you in the second quarter. That game is tied at 6. But still, I don't care. Alcoa's going to win. Doesn't matter.
I agree with that. Alcoa went over there last year and won 35-14. With the players that Alcoa has in place, I see similar results tonight. Expect tornado warnings in the Blount County area. I think Alcoa big.
There you go. Kickoff between Oliver Springs and South Pittsburg is just moments away, and we will preview that one when we get back. This is the OEB Law Game of the Week.
When the lights turn on and the game begins, you need a team you can rely on. Ray Varner Ford and Clinton's strong lineup of vehicles is crafted with the same dedication and hard work that drives our community. Step up your game in this 24 Ford Maverick Hybrid, 25,515. 23 Ford Escape all-wheel drive, $30,995. 24 Ford F-250 Crew Cab 4x4 STX, $59,757. Local you trust, performance you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
The road to a single-A state title in East Tennessee normally runs through a little city in Marion County called South Pittsburg. You see, since 2007, the school there has been in the state semifinals more times than it hasn't. Get that, 11 out of 17 seasons. The Pirates have won all but 3 of those 11 tries, and of the the 8 title appearances, 4 have resulted in gold balls. From this area, nobody's been able to get past that team from the little city in Marion County in the playoffs. Oakdale had its shot in 96. Sunbright got 4 tries in the 90s. Coalfield is 0-7 since 1994. It's not the playoffs, but Oliver Springs has a chance to do something no Roane or Morgan County team has ever done: beat the Pirates. Last year, the Bobcats opened the season down there in the town being known as the National Cornbread Festival. I don't know if you knew that or not.
I did know that, yeah.
It didn't go well. Tyler Harper's team made the long trip back home with an 0-1 record and a 56-0 shutout to its book, but the team grew. The Bobcats continued to grow and improve. In a stunning upset over Coalfield in the quarterfinals, Oz had its first ever shot at South Pitt in the playoffs, and buddy, they put up a fight, finding themselves down 17-6 late in the third quarter. It was a far cry from the beatdown to open the season. The Pirates went on to win the game and the state title. There's a big difference this time around, though. One team lost 18 starters. One team returns 18 starters. That team is Oliver Springs, and that team isn't scared of the team from the little city in Marion County. They've been waiting for this showdown all summer, and you'll get to witness it right here on the OEB Law Game of the Week. I'm Aaron Harvey with Coach Dan Shoemaker. Coach, this game means nothing as far as playoffs goes, but it means a lot in regards to setting up the rest of the season.
It really does. It's going to be a test for both these teams. We have an Oliver Springs team that has most of the talent they had on the field back from the last matchup. We have a South Pittsburg team that will be plugging in 18 new starters across both sides of the ball. each team knows that the road to the championship probably goes through the other program. They know that. Now, Oliver Springs will bring in more confidence into this game, but South Pittsburg brings in that championship caliber confidence.
That's right. South Pittsburg only returns 4 starters from the team that was in November, but one of those starters is running back JaMichael Buckner, who was an All-State honoree after a campaign of just under 1,000 rushing yards. Two other returning starters on the offensive line, and the Pirates feel good about their 2-deep rotation there. Coach Wes Stone has indicated the 2024 edition of his team will be run heavy.
Yeah, I think that's somewhat of a change from last year, at least until their quarterback got hurt last year. I know they have hit the ground running scrimmage-wise. They're working on the running game, and that's going to be a really big strength for them. But they've also got speed on the outside, so I think the throw game will still be a factor. And that's with that speed on the outside, the defense has to lighten up the box a little bit to play pass coverage.
So as I understand it, Oliver Springs won the toss. They will defer to the second half is what it looks like. South Pitt, they're young, but they're talented. Oliver Springs has talent too, though, and they're seasoned. Liam Boakey returns as quarterback. Mason Day returns as running back. Jaquan Benton at wide receiver. Jackson Jett is that utility player, and more. It's hard to overstate how battle-tested and productive these players have been for the Bobcats.
And they have really been playing with a high level of confidence all through the summer scrimmages. Every time I've seen them, they feel it, okay? With the players who are coming back, they count for 90% of their offensive production from last year. And that's the most important thing that these players bring is game time reps. While took a little while for them to get up to speed last year, I do believe they will start at full speed this year.
So kickoff just moments away as we see Oliver Springs is run out. South Pittsburg is running out right now. It's here, fellas. You can feel it in the air. There's only one thing left to do, and that is figure out what Dr. Dan's do's and don'ts are.
Well, that's pretty straightforward, pretty simple for tonight. For South Pittsburg, let's start with Oliver Springs. Use the 2 losses to South Pittsburg to fuel this win, and I accentuate the positive, build on those good things from last year. Now for South Pittsburg, plug in the new pieces and let's roll. Let the journey begin tonight for South Pittsburg, and that's kind of got to be their theme. It starts tonight.
So there you go. Dr. Dan has given us his do's and don'ts for both of these teams. And South Pittsburg will start with the football as we get ready for Game 2 of our OEB Law Games of the Week. And I anticipate there will be a lot of Coalfield fans watching this one tonight.
Yeah, either at home as they watch on 1086 or whatever, however they choose to access our broadcast on BBB Communications. But I saw some Coalfield folks here.
Yeah, live scout. So your kickoffs tonight, sponsored by the Local 102 Plumbers and Stevedoring Union in Knoxville, member of the United Association. And partner, we're about ready to roll.
It looks like it.
Bryson Goodman kicks this one high. It's a high spinner, taken at the 30-yard line and returned up to about the 41, and that is a monster hit.
That was a big hit there on the sidelines.
And it looked like Walker Thomas on the return. Walker Thomas, 6'6", 200 pounds.
Yes.
You'll see him lining up at linebacker and tight end tonight some. But, whew, look at that hit.
There it is, shoulder. Nice hit.
Dalton Reynolds, a junior for this Oliver Springs team. So Hammers 1st and 10, ball spotted at the South Pitt 41-yard line as we get ready to roll. Yeah, if you're Coalfield, you're looking at the competition right here. This is what you expect to see in the playoffs.
Yeah, you're going to have to go through both of these teams to get to the state championship game.
Lining up at quarterback is Maddox Tackett, and he's going to take the snap and keep it himself, and there is nothing there. Gang tackled by Oliver Springs.
Looks like a loss of what, 1?
Yeah. You saw Cole Jackson was fired up on that play, but Mason Day also there. As you see the Chuck Fleischman replay, Day met him. And Cooper Jones also there.
Yeah, that was they slammed that right at the point of attack, and there was really no chance. Got a slot set here at the bottom with nobody covering this slot receiver.
Yeah, and now South Pitt's going to motion over. He's still wide open.
We're way out of position.
Oliver Springs
here
is confused, and is South Pittsburgh, they're not going to take advantage of it. Instead, they go with a quick pitch out to, that's Jamichael Buckner. And Buckner, they're going to give him a yard, and that'll bring up 3rd and 9.
Now, they had him outnumbered, but Oliver Springs was able to run to the ball and really make the play right there. That was nice.
So, Coach, do you think a quarterback should look at that and realize, I've got a slot receiver that's not covered?
Right, yeah, you know, and it depends on how much confidence you got in the quarterback to see that and, you know, and make a quick automatic. We should call those automatics.
And we got stacked wide receivers down here on the bottom of your screen, and again, only one person to cover. But Tackett is going to run it up the middle. He fumbles the football, and it is picked up by Jackson Jett for Oliver Springs. And he will be rolled down, and Oliver Springs takes over, but there is a flag on the play. There's a flag. We got to watch, see what this is. A block in the back, so it must have been on the interception return.
Yeah, they're
which would mean that Oliver Springs would retain possession.
Yeah, he's thinking, man, you don't make that against the defense. I didn't necessarily see that one, Brad. Way back, okay.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
It was after the change of possession, so Oliver Springs is going to keep this ball in really nice field position.
Yeah, even after the penalty. So here's Liam Boakey. He's going to come with an empty set, 5 wide to start this game.
Defense in 3-man front. Overhang player on the wide side's cheating down.
Now a fake to Day, and then a pass out goes to Jackson. And Cole Jackson is up to the 44-yard line, and he starts some jawing.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that one. Officials aren't going to allow much of that tonight.
No, but I mean, in one play, Oliver Springs has already outgained South Pittsburg in their 3 plays.
Absolutely.
That's a good sign.
That's a good sign if you're an Oliver Springs fan, for sure.
Certainly is. So Boakey takes a snap, this time handoff Day. Day goes straight up the middle, powers his way forward. He gets to about midfield, and I believe we're going to have a Hammers 1st and 10 here.
Yeah, it looks like a first down to me, Aaron.
And Coach Shoemaker, that one's not inherited.
No, that was not an inherited first down, absolutely.
Yeah, that one's earned.
They earned that one for sure. South Pittsburgh's in that 3-man front, and I think it's going to be a pretty easy run with the way the Oliver Springs front, offensive front, is blocking that right now. They're too high at the safety, so you got a 7-man box.
So Boakey gets the play from the sideline, takes a snap, he's dropping back to pass, and he's going up. His arm was hit, and it is intercepted by Buckner. Buckner crosses midfield up to the 40 and finally run out of bounds in Oliver Springs territory down to the 37-yard line. So Boakey's arm was hit as he threw that pass, but there's a flag on the play. But it's over. It's over by the line of scrimmage. So,
yeah, I think it's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct.
We'll see which way it goes.
There was a lot of jawing and pointing after the whistle blew right there.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on South Pittsburg.
Yeah.
So, and just like before at the change of possession, they're going to mark this penalty off but the Pirates are still going to have really good field position, as the ball will be spotted at the South Pitt 47-yard line.
47-yard line.
So.
Yeah, I think South Pittsburgh's playing with a lot of emotion right now, and that's cost them in this particular situation.
And some of that may be the fact that they're young.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, you saw a lot of jawing right there. So Tackett.
Timeout. He didn't like what he saw.
Nope. So timeout, South Pittsburgh. And this timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. While you wait, visit pattersonsappliances.com to check out the newest inventory.
I wanted to continue my education after high school, but my family and I didn't think we could afford it. Then I found out that Roane State has the options to make college possible. Now I'm pursuing my dreams and will make my family and community proud.
Back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. I am Aaron Harvey. Very pleased to be joined once again by Tim Elrod.
Aaron, how are you doing?
Gosh, I've not seen you for a year, it seems.
I know. We missed last year, but we got some good football tonight. South Pittsburgh has come to play. Oliver Springs has come to play. And giving them the business. And right there is Oliver Springs up the gut. You know, they got a lot of beef on their line.
Oh, yeah, they do. And
you know, and they got size as well. It just ain't big boys. They're tall and big. And that matches well up. That matches up really good with South Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Kassan Powell on the carry there, and he loses, looks like 4 yards to bring up 2nd and 14. Now, you didn't get to join us last year because you were busy doing something. I don't know. I don't feel like it was more important than coming to games and talking to us, but you know, I'm biased, I guess.
Right. Well, listen, I absolutely missed it, but you know, when you know, your community needs a little help, you know, you always ought to give back, and I've done that for years. What do we got going on down there?
We got another timeout, and this timeout is going to be brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Hiring now for sales, delivery techs, and service techs. Find them on Indeed to apply.
So, yeah, you know, I did that and was very honored and happy and grateful and humble to have done that. And, you know, our judge is back, and Judge Hunt's a great judge, and he does a good job down there, and we're glad he's back and absolutely thank him for his service. You know, that's a sitting judge who also serves his country, so there's a lot to be said about that. And, you know, I'm thankful to have gotten the opportunity, and you know, it's back to high school football now, and you know, what a great weekend, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, we had Anderson County Powell last night.
Yes, excellent game.
Big game atmosphere. That just shows you that East Tennessee loves its football. We're down here at Oliver Springs tonight, and I'll tell you, you know, it's a packed house. You know, when you see them 1-2 rows deep on the fence, you always know this is a big game. South Pitt has traveled well. And, you know, it's just an exciting night in East Tennessee, all across East Tennessee.
Yeah, it's a pretty long trip up for South Pitt, as you see Jamichael Buckner get the carry there, and he's going to be taken down right about midfield. Might have crossed over to the Oliver Springs side of the field.
Yeah, you know, when you look at South Pitt, you see athletes, but when you look at Oliver Springs, you see good matchups.
Yeah,
and that's why I think this is. I circled this game last year when I saw it come out, and I said, man, this is going to be a great game.
So this was the last game that we had last year, as you know, because it was the semifinals and the playoffs, and it was a really hard-fought matchup, and we've alluded to it in the pregame. But with just 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter, the score was 17-6. It was, and we got a fumble on the snap, so quarterback's just going to have to take off. Let's see if he can get the edge. He cannot. Loses 2 yards, and that'll bring up 4th and 10. So South Pitt's going to bring out the punting unit, but that South Pitt team defeated Oliver Springs and then went on to win the state championship. They lost 18 starters.
18 starters, but this is South Pitt, and if you know anything about South Pitt, it's a reload.
That's right.
It's a reload with them every year, and when you see big plays like that, tackles behind the line of scrimmage, a lot of effort on Oliver Springs' part. Everybody's come to play tonight. Great kick. Let's see if we can get some play.
Taken by Jaquan Benton. Benton is tackled in the open field at about the 25-yard line, and that's where Oliver Springs will take over with the Hammers 1st and 10.
So what is it? Does the head coach down there have a boot on? Is he injured?
Yeah.
I mean, that guy is given 110% in fall camp if he's coming out to the first game in a boot.
I'm not mistaken. I think he was in a boot last season to start the season. And it's not the same boot. He got it off.
Well, they better put a sticker on that or something.
Yeah. Old football player dealing with the weakness of, I guess, playing football. Yeah,
that's right.
It's rough on you.
That's right.
So Liam Bokey takes a snap, handoff goes to Day. Day up the middle, and look at him fighting for yards. That pile's still moving up to the 36-yard line, and I think he's going to have enough for a Hammers 1st and 10.
Hammers 1st and 10, you got to love those. That he spread them out wide on that. He had them spread, and he put it right up the gut, and then that second, third effort, that's what. Is that going to give them a first, or are we going to be about a yard short? No, we're going to move
the chains. And Mason Day is one of those players. It feels like he's been here forever.
Yeah. Well, I've watched this group of seniors on Oliver Springs since they were freshmen. So
yeah.
I always felt like they had big things to come, and they're here showing their stuff, no doubt about it.
And I think that's what helps them. A lot of these kids played as freshmen, and they took a beating. They took their lumps, but it got them to where they are here.
Oh, he got the edge.
He certainly did. That's Jackson Jet. Jet's ahead.
And that's the kind of energy and explosive plays that Oliver Springs has to maintain throughout the night. South Pitt can pop a big play at any moment, so you've got to match them, and Oliver Springs is certainly doing that.
So the reason why this is so important is you had Coalfield and Oliver Springs played twice last year in the regular season. Coalfield wins 20-13. In the quarterfinals of the playoffs, Oliver Springs wins 20-13. That was a very close matchup. Both Oliver Springs and Coalfield return a lot from what they had last year, so they're going to be head-to-head. And they're looking at this South Pittsburg team, and they're saying, that might be our semifinals matchup.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so if Oliver Springs can win this thing, then it gives confidence to Coalfield. Hey, if we can get Oliver Springs this time, we got a chance to go try to play for a state championship. And likewise, Oliver Springs is looking and saying, hey, if we take care of business against Coalfield like we did last year, we got a chance to go play for a gold ball.
That's right, and that's why these big early season matchups are so important, is to establish that trajectory. And look at that number 9 out there for South Pitt. He's huge. What is he, about 6'2"?
Well, I can tell you, 6'6".
What?
Yeah. He's 6'6".
Yeah, it was like that quarterback for last night.
I passed him out there.
Yeah. It was like that quarterback last night for Powell. But look at Oliver.
Hand off to Jet. Jet up the middle. Slips through tacklers.
Gash him.
Huge pickup. Another Hammers 1st and 10.
Yeah, that was go between the center and the guard and don't stop. What a great run. Run through 2 tackles there. 5 people put their hands on him. 6.
Yeah.
He's running. That's that north-south. I'm trying to score, and that's what Oliver Springs is bringing to the table this year, I think.
So I think the issue, what we need to watch is what's going to happen in the fourth quarter, because South Pittsburg is a lot deeper than Oliver Springs is. So if Oliver Springs can jump out ahead early in this game and then just fend them off late in the game, the Bobcats have a really good chance to win this thing. And here's a quick out to Jet. Look at that juke move from Jet.
Juke move. Oh, that'll get a tack on. We're going inside the 5 on that.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. What a juke move. That's, they're all playing NCAA 25 anyway, so that's right stick. That's right stick all night.
That's funny. We walked into the gate together, and you said, and a face mask is going to be the call on South Pitt. So, and you said, hey, I think they nerfed that circle button. Nobody's spin moving anymore. Everybody's juking. Look at that juke.
Look at that juke. He's player. Look at that.
Incredible.
Great athletic play. You know, both these teams, you know, they are playing chippy. There's no doubt about that. Well, that's because both teams have come to win tonight. And I like to see that out of Oliver Springs. You know, there's a difference between playing to lose and playing to win, and Oliver Springs is playing to win.
Absolutely. It's Hammers first and goal from the 6 as Bokey has Day to his left. Day does get the handoff up the middle and finally stopped for about no gain. That is the first just net not positive play that Oliver Springs has had on offense, I believe.
Yeah, well, that's the first time South Pitt stopped it, and they've got the box stacked inside the 10, so, you know, it's going to be a little tougher to run down there, but they'll probably run it again. Right? Why wouldn't they? I mean, they have a 10-yard gain. Seems like they just moved up the field with that gash play. That one slip screen also looked good.
They did. They're running out of open field, though. I think what you were alluding to just a moment ago. It's a lot easier to stack the box when you get this close to the end zone.
Yeah.
Handoff goes to Day. Day walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Oliver Springs.
And look at the student section go wild. There comes the confetti. The band's up. What a great night. Great score. He hit that corner. He knew he had it. He was going to put that ball across the line, and he did.
3:20 left to go in this first quarter, and it's the Bobcats striking first as we will watch this Chuck Fleischman replay. Couldn't go up the middle, so what do? You run a stretch play for your starting senior running back, Mason Day, and he gets the corner. The extra point is up.
And there
it is
go.
Good. A clean score, 7-0 Oliver Springs over South Pittsburg. Tim Elrod, you normally when we have you on it, you get to see these exciting plays. It's great. So
I love it.
I hate it for my partner because like he always has to miss. And you know my old partner, you remember him?
Right.
He's the head coach at Wartburg now. He got that gig. So
yeah, they didn't fare too well last night.
They didn't, and I hate that for him. But
I do too.
But they're going to grow.
Oh, yeah, and he's a good man to lead a program and establish what he needs to establish in those kids and get that winning tradition. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, got to change the culture around. That's going to be really hard there, but I too believe that he's the man for the job. So thank you once again, Tim Elrod, OEB Law, being on board with us this year. We hope that we make you proud.
Oh, listen, I love participating with Brad, BBB 12. It's a great partnership. I love to see it grow. I love giving the $1,000 check to the home school. You know, these schools around here, you know, they need that money.
Yeah, it helps out a lot.
It's always important to support your community, especially if you're a business out there and you're thinking about a good way to, you know, support your community. Go out and ask the athletic director. They'll find the place to put your money.
That's right.
I guarantee you that. But before I leave, I want to see. Let's see. We got it to the up back.
Yeah. And
he missed
He's
one.
got some running room.
Ooh, that's a load.
Up to about midfield.
That's a load. But I'd like to send a shout out to my wife, Elisa, my son, Sawyer, my daughter, Savannah, my other daughter, Savannah. You know, without them supporting me coming out here on Thursday and Friday nights, I wouldn't be able to do this because they are the love of my life. And wanted to send a shout out to them, and I'll see you here in a little while.
That sounds great. Tim Elrod, thank you so much for being with us once again. All right. And Elrod, a happy man after last night as Anderson County got a tight win over Powell. As we'll bring Dr. Dan Shoemaker back on board with us. And look at this, reversing his field now. And is Oliver Springs going to be able to get him down? They do. That's Kassan Powell. Stopped for a loss. My goodness. Coach Dan Shoemaker, make some sense of this for me.
You've got a really young South Pittsburg team right now, and they're rattled. You know, I don't know that they've been behind very many times in a football game, especially against a good Oliver Springs team.
Yeah, this is new territory for them.
Well, there's some opportunities here because you see we've got 3 wide up here at the top, and we've got 2 defenders. That's the math right there works really good. Just flip the ball out there.
Yeah, but they're not doing that. Instead, it's a quarterback keeper as Dayon Cooper is sacked behind the line of scrimmage. So that first play resulted in a loss of 10 yards to make it 2nd and 20. This results in a gain of, looks like 1 yard to make it 3rd and 19.
1 yard gain, 3rd.
But we're seeing that from the press box.
Right.
But it looks like South Pittsburgh's not seeing that to take advantage of it. Or
I think they I'm sure they see it as well, but they're thinking, hey, we're going to run the ball. That's who we are. That's what we're going to do. But here we go.
Here we go. And a little swing pass goes out, picks up about, we'll call it 7 yards, but that's still 4th and long, and South Pitt will have to bring out their punting unit, as that was Kassan Powell once again on that reception.
Now, if you get that on first down, then you're looking 2nd and short. Then maybe we can run or whatever. But, yeah, and they're going to have to do more of that, what we just saw, to loosen the box up with Oliver Springs.
And
timeout.
Oliver Springs is going to take a timeout. This timeout. Wait. Yeah, okay. They blew a second whistle. I wasn't sure what was going on. Timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Follow on Facebook for appliance specials, job postings, and more.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
Back to your OEB Law Game of the Week out of the timeout. I want to give you a scoring update. Wildcats battling back against Jefferson County. That score now, with 3 minutes left to go in the second quarter, it is 21-14 Patriots. At halftime, Alcoa leads Ravenwood by a score of 9-6.
Closer than I thought, Aaron.
Yeah, at halftime, William Blunt is up on Austin East 36-6. As South Pittsburgh gets ready to punt this one away. And pretty good looking punt. And it is muffed, but then, wow, Cole Jackson, Jackson Jett rather, it just popped right back up into his hands.
Almost like a little power dribble right there.
Honestly, it did. It bounced just like a basketball, and Jackson didn't panic at all.
Now that two-hand power dribble like he's in the lane.
So watch this, just bloop. And then it just popped back. That looked fake.
That looked fake.
That looked fake. It looks like something you'd see off Madden that would make you mad.
That's AI. That's AI is what that is. Artificial intelligence.
It just popped right back, like right up, high and tight for him. Incredible.
Play clock.
Down to 8 seconds. Bokey sees it. Day beside him. Fakes to Day. And Bokey swarmed. Sacked. Big loss on the play.
Now, South Pittsburgh went to that four-man front, and they've been a little better with that four-man front. This time they were a lot better. Brought the blitzer.
Yeah, brought the linebacker, but getting to him first was Zach Green coming from that defensive line. So that's an adjustment by South Pitt, as here is Day. And Day's dropped in the backfield all the way back to the 25. Another loss of 5 will bring up 3rd and very long. 21 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And there's a flag. It's a hold, but if I'm South Pitt, probably thinking about not taking this one.
Get them to 3rd. They're 3rd and long anyway, or 2nd and real long.
Are they going to take the penalty?
They go or enforce the penalty. Well, what are we doing? Come on.
Can we get a delay a game on the coaches for not telling the officials what they want to do?
They're
okay,
declining.
they are declining.
And we thought they might.
Yeah. That's what I would do if I were them. I thought the ball was supposed to be back at the 25, but they're going to mark it at the 27.
And a 10-yard penalty would only net probably about 5 yards, 4 yards right there. So, yeah, I get that. That's a good call. I'd rather take the down.
So clock will run, and I'm not sure Oliver Springs is going to run another play.
No, they're doing a really nice job of working clock early.
So South Pittsburg has made some defensive adjustments we have seen, and so they have stymied Oliver Springs on this drive so far. However, it will be 3rd and 17 when we return back to action. After 1 quarter, it's the Bobcats of Oliver Springs leading over the defending single-A state champion South Pittsburg Pirates on the OEB Law Game of the Week.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OEB Law, we stand with you because communication is key.
What is strength when you're battling cancer?
Back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. Aaron Harvey, Dan Shoemaker. Second quarter.
First one's been a good one. First one has been a good one.
So to begin the second quarter, Oliver Springs will have it 3rd and 17.
3rd and 17 is a hard call. Draw is a good call right here. They've gone back to the 3-man front because they need more help in the back end. South Pittsburg, that is.
But Boki is capable of throwing the football, and he launches it over the middle, and ooh, there it is.
They called it. I was wondering if they would.
Yeah, I thought that was pass interference just because it happened pretty much in front of us. And that'll be a 15-yard penalty.
And it'll be 3rd down again.
South Pittsburg bailing Oliver Springs out a little bit right there. You see on that Chuck Fleischman replay, he's all over him.
Yeah.
These guys couldn't see it.
Right. That's why it came from the back judge. Yeah. Yeah, he had him hooked up pretty good.
That's a great route, by the way. And Boki put that ball
right where it needed to be.
Yeah, that makes a difference. I'm somewhat confused on the spot. I think they are too.
Yeah.
It was 3rd and 17.
And Coach Stone's kind of asking some questions there.
So this will make it. What, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7?
Maybe 7.
So is it a 10-yard penalty?
No, it's 15, but they were. I think it was longer than 7. It was longer than 3rd and 17.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. So we're looking at a 3rd and 6 now.
So about like 3rd and 21, maybe. If my math is good.
Sounds good to me. Boki, 2 backfield. Split backs. We got a flag on the play, but if this is on South Pittsburg, normally these types of flags are not. Normally this is going to be an illegal motion, shift, something.
Whitehead's calling the first down.
And I don't know that he knows there's a flag. They're going to talk about it.
Now they told him.
So if this is on South Pittsburg, then Oliver Springs is going to have a Hammers 1st and 10. After an improbable, what we think might be 3rd and 21 just a moment ago.
We'll have to go back and check the tape.
Here we go.
Dead ball.
Offsides.
Wow.
You typically don't see offsides much on the offense.
No, you really don't.
Why did they let the play go?
I'm going to say, why did they snap it if it was a dead ball offsides?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't quite understand everything. Of course, we don't have communications with the crew.
Yeah. So they'll back this one up, and they're going to say it's going to be 3rd and 10. So Boki takes a snap, looking, and one hops it off the ground. That pass is incomplete, trying to get William Eddings. And so South Pitt will stop Oliver Springs on this drive, and the Bobcats will have to punt.
Did we play 3rd down 3 times? That makes for a long game.
Yeah, 3 or 4 times. So Mason Day is the punter for this Oliver Springs team. Back deep to receive for South Pitt will be Buckner and Powell. And it's coming down. It's going to take a bounce, take an Oliver Springs bounce, gets a good roll.
Coverage there.
Down to the 25-yard line, and that is where South Pittsburg will have an inherited Hammers 1st and 10.
Yes, sir.
I like that. I'm going to start using that.
Start using that one, yeah. The inherited 1st down.
Check Flashman replay. Woohoo!
Yeah, going airborne.
Was that Mr. 6'6"?
Yes.
J.R. Hardrick, a junior on this team. I bet he plays basketball. Lines up at tight end there. You see him there, the left side of the line for South Pittsburg. That's a big guy.
He was good too.
So here is South Pitt dropping back a pass, looking to the right, and that pass is incomplete.
Wow, he was open too.
Trying to hit Coach's son, Jay Stone. Wes Stone, the head coach here at South Pittsburg, has got a long family lineage of Stones that went to South Pittsburg, and now he sees himself as the head coach and his son on this team. And sons before that graduated from South Pitt.
His dad was on the 1969 state championship team. So,
how about that?
That's
handoff. Buckner, ball free.
I think it's a South Pittsburg fumble recovery. I mean, Oliver Springs fumble recovery.
Now it's going to be up to the official. They've not said anything yet.
Okay, yeah, they came out of the pile with it. Yep,
now they're saying it. Hammers 1st and 10, Oliver Springs. Looked like a helmet just got on that football. Here's Buckner, and that's exactly what happened. It was Cole Jackson. Just put a hat on it.
Nice form tackle hit. Face mask on the ball. And ball pops out.
That's the 2nd fumble for South Pittsburg tonight that's been recovered by Oliver Springs. So here's Boki back in action, split backfield. Handoff goes to Jet, and Jet gets up to about the 20-yard line.
South Pittsburg jumped in the 4-man front coming in on that inherited 1st down. And they were able to break that front line. And he just stumbled a little bit, or he has a big play right there. So he's quick as a hiccup.
Oh, yeah, Jackson Jett. He's a junior on this team and has been a major contributor since he was a freshman. Got injured his freshman year, if I remember correctly, and had to miss a lot of it. But they expected big things out of him back then, and you see why. As Day is dropped in the backfield as soon as he gets the handoff.
The 4-man front really turned into a 6-man, 6-1, really, right there. Because they pulled the outside linebackers down close to the edge and brought them off the corner. Or brought them off the edge, really, not the corner.
And getting back there out of the defensive end position was Mr. Hardrick.
Yes.
6'6" himself. That's what they billed Michael Jordan as, right?
Yeah, I think so.
6'6" out of for the Chicago Bulls?
Yes.
Split backs. Bokey back to pass. Lets this one go. He's got a man. Just threw it a little bit in front of him. He had Eddings, and he would have walked into the end zone.
He would have walked in, yes.
Woo.
That was a coverage bust.
We'll see the Chuck Fleischman replay here. And Eddings slowed down a little bit. You couldn't see it on that replay.
Yeah, the safety was trying to rotate over top, and they're going to have to do more of that as South Pittsburg is crowding the ball.
3 wide to the near side of the field for Bokey. Hard count. South Pitt doesn't fall for it. And now Bokey is going to take a timeout. They want to talk about it. This is a very important fourth down play coming up. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Home appliance financing available. Apply online at pattersonsappliances.com.
What is strength when you're battling cancer? Is it a shoulder to lean on? A voice of hope? Is it confidence in the most available care options? Or is it unmatched expertise answering your hardest questions? Giving you the courage to move forward. At Covenant Health, we think it means all of this and more. For you. Let our strength be yours.
And back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. And earlier, a check was presented to Oliver Springs. You see Mr. Tim Elrod out there with Oliver Springs cheerleaders. $1,000 to Oliver Springs, and that's something great that OEB Law does. You know, they also do the Rivalry Thursday games that you can see, and $1,000 is given to those schools as well. So OEB Law, Tim Elrod, helping out all of these schools, and we say a major thank you for that. As Oliver Springs lines up, it looks as if they are going to attempt a field goal, and this one would be from 41, and South Pitt, I don't think that they expected that, so they're going to take a timeout so they can line up in some field goal coverage. And this timeout is brought to you by Patterson's Appliances, thanking you for your support over 55 years.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians, and for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
Back. Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't mean to do that. Back to your OEB Law Game of the Week. Liam Bokey was a starting kicker before he was a starting quarterback for this Oliver Springs squad. And right in the middle of the field, he's going to attempt a 41-yard field goal. Snap, set, kick is on the way. He's definitely got enough leg.
It's good.
It's good. 41-yard field goal is good. Oliver Springs tacks on 3 more with 9:43 left to go in this first half. It's Bobcats 10, South Pittsburg 0. And how about them apples?
That's, yeah.
I wanted to continue my education after high school, but my family and I didn't think we could afford it. Then I found out that Roane State has the options to make college possible. Now I'm pursuing my dreams and will make my family and community proud.
And back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. We get set for a kickoff here. Kickoff's tonight sponsored by the local 102 Knoxville Plumbers and Steamfitters Union, a member of the UA, and located on North Broadway in Knoxville. Give a call for more information, 865-523-7413. So this is Bryson Goodman set to kick off for Oliver Springs, and this one is going to be taken about the 36-yard line. And run out of bounds. Walker Thomas with the return.
Yeah, that kick didn't get as much height, I don't think, as he wanted. Because the coverage was late getting there because the trajectory was a little flat. You like to pooch that one up about the lights and just let it drop in.
So South Pittsburg with excellent starting field position here at the 43-yard line with the Hammers 1st and 10. Buckner gets the carry, cuts inside, and picks up about 2.5.
Yeah, not a bad run. Positive play.
Michael Buckner, one of the lone returning starters for this South Pittsburg team, the leading rusher on that team a year ago, that state championship team. And so, once again, I'd like to thank Chuck Fleischman for sponsoring our replays this year, serving Anderson, Roane, Morgan County since 2010. Quarterback keeper, and he stopped for no gain. It's going to be 3rd and 7 for South Pitt, and a flag comes out.
Flag late. Not sure what that is.
Number 2 on the carry, Cooper.
Personal foul on Oliver Springs.
He came in late.
All right, let's see if we can see what it was on the Chuck Fleischman replay. It looked like the lineman might have, what do you call that, frog splashed on him.
Yeah, pushed up off of him.
Oh, no, it's something.
Gave me a little okey-doke down there under the pile, yeah. That's what my coach used to call it in high school.
So Hammers 1st and 10 at the Oliver Springs 39-yard line. Cooper rolls to his left, and he's going to be stopped from behind. What a play that time by Tyler Phillips.
Yeah, they were wanting to go deep over here on the bottom of the screen, and there just wasn't anybody there. Coverage was good, so he just had to tuck and run.
They'll give him half a yard. We'll call it 2nd and 9. This time Cooper will have Buckner in the backfield with him. And Buckner will get it, moving to the right, and Buckner stopped by Cole Jackson. Grabbed his leg and wouldn't let go. No gain on the play. 3rd and long.
You know, Oliver Springs right now is just really running to the ball. They're getting off blocks. They're using their hands really well. And it's one thing to be blocked. It's another thing to stay blocked. And right now, they're not staying blocked. They're getting the separation and running to the ball.
This is a veteran Oliver Springs team, and you can tell. Empty set now. 2 tight ends, 3 wideouts to the left.
Empty backfield.
Cooper quickly gets it out for a swing pass, and there's nothing there for Powell.
Oh, yeah, he just stepped on that boy.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that was uncalled for.
Well, you can't make it that obvious.
No, not right there in front of everybody. I mean, the okey-doke under the pile is one thing, but
yeah.
that right out like that,
Dead ball. Personal foul. South Pittsburg. So the play will stand, so it will still be 4th down.
But it's going to be back here somewhere. What about the 45?
Yeah. So if South Pittsburg had thought about, oh, yeah. Didn't even try to hide that.
No.
Yeah.
This thing's going to get chippy, boys. This thing is getting chippy.
So if South Pittsburg had thought about maybe going for it on 4th and 10, that's out the window now.
Yes.
Said they'll punt it away. Great looking punt. Wobbly spiral taken by Benton, and coverage is great as well. Benton goes down at the 25-yard line, and that's where Oliver Springs will have a Hammers 1st and 10 with 7:02 left to go in this first half.
That, you know, when I was watching the punters warm up for South Pittsburg, I noticed that they were about 10, 11 yards deep. Normally you're 12 to 15 yards deep, but the reason they can do that is that's a catch and kick. That punter is getting the ball off very quickly.
Yeah, it looks like a quick kick that a quarterback would do on 3rd down sometimes.
Yeah.
So South Pitt having to run a player on late. They didn't have enough guys on the field. Here's Bokey. 2 wideouts either side, and a quick out goes to Jet, and Jet is dragged down after a short gain.
Just a little quick wide receiver screen out there.
See on this Chuck Fleischman replay. Doing a great job getting off his block that time for South Pitt was Calvin Blair Jr.
Yeah, he played that really, really well. Didn't get turned. Stayed square with the line of scrimmage, then got separation, made the play.
Bokey gets the call from the sideline, same set. Bokey, quick out, and it's the same play to the other side. And juke move by Benton, and Benton is crushed.
Ooh, Jamichael Buckner laid the lumber right there.
Whew. A pickup of 2, but
that was a big price for 2 yards.
Buckner came with it. Great move right here by Benton. But then, poof, hit stick.
Yeah. That was a big hit.
That'll bring up 3rd and 6 for the Bobcats.
You like it when your safety can come up and make those kind of hits.
Bokey sends a man in motion from right to left, and I believe Coach Harper wants a timeout. That he does. He's going to talk about it. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Visit pattersonsappliances.com and check out current cash-saving promotions.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Back in Oliver Springs, Aaron Harvey, Dan Shoemaker. The scoreboard looks like binary code, 0-1-0.
Yes, 0-1-0.
Just 5 minutes left to go in this first half.
Something about hexadecimal or something like that. I don't understand all that.
I don't either. I had some programming classes in high school. Shout out Mr. Staton.
David Staton, my good friend.
So Oliver Springs going to run the same play. Sends a man in motion from right to left, setting up the screen, and it goes to Day. Day with some running room. Day with Day Light. It is a foot race to the 30, the 20, the 10, into the end zone. Touchdown, Oliver Springs. No flags on the play.
Perfectly executed play right there. Perfectly executed play. Nice call in that situation as well.
Just like that, Oliver Springs goes up 3 scores. And you see on the Chuck Fleischman replay, oh, this is the previous play. We'll get the touchdown play in just a moment. And here it is, setting up the screen today.
Yeah, the air raid folks call this slow screen because it's the running back slipping out. They motion to trips away from this, and then that pulls another defender out of the box, and then just hit the screen. Beautifully executed right there.
Mason Day celebrating after a long run. Oliver Springs leads it 17-0. 5:13 left to go in the first half.
Over 14,000 neighbors live in fear of becoming sick or injured and having to make a choice between putting food on the table or seeking medical care. The free medical clinic tries to take that fear away.
Bringing the healthcare, primary care out to our rural communities, I've had patients tell me that if it wasn't for us, they wouldn't be able to have any kind of health care. So us being able to go into these areas and provide that on-site care to these patients that can also come back week to week if they need for follow-up primary care, it is life-changing. It means a world of difference between actually life and death for them.
Back to the OEB Law Game of the week. 5:13 left to go in the first half. Oliver Springs up 17-0 over the South Pittsburg Pirates, the defending 1A state champions.
Right now, South Pittsburg is going to have to kind of figure out some things. 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. So at halftime, there are going to be some adjustments, I'm sure.
Here's that pooch kick, and taken by the same player for South Pittsburg. He's going to reverse his field, and he's got some running room ahead of him, but quickly making a play in the open field. I missed the number on that. It looked like it might have been, yeah, Bear Lively. That's what I thought it was. That kickoff brought to you by the UA Local 102 Plumbers and Steam Fitters Union in Knoxville. More information, call 865-523-7413, reminding you that there is no substitute for UA skilled craftsmen. So scoring update just came in. Coach Harriman 26, Kingston 14.
Wow.
Quick swing pass out, and that is snuffed out. Pass complete to Jace Stone, but Stone is immediately tackled in the backfield.
Yeah, loss was 2.
Yeah, that's Jaquan Benton. Brings up 2nd and 12. South Pitt again. Hand off. This one goes to Buckner. Buckner is met at the line. He's got to reverse his field, and he's going to be pushed down in the backfield. This Oliver Springs defense is swarming.
They are really punching at the point of attack. You can see there's not a great push. He gets shut off on the front side, comes back, and there's purple jerseys, right there waiting on him.
Yeah, when he reversed his field, he was met by Tyler Phillips, and Tyler Phillips was aided on that play by Caden Jackson, who just basically took 2 hands and shoved him down.
Yeah, that was a big boy play right there.
It was like that prank that kids play on each other, where one of them gets behind and hunches over, and the other one comes and pushes. So 3rd and long, and quarterback's going to scramble. He'll pick up about 4 yards. There are 2 flags in the backfield. You say a hold. If that is a hold, Oliver Springs is probably going to decline this thing.
Get the 4th down.
And South Pittsburgh is going to have to punt this football back to Oliver Springs. It is a hold indeed. So the Bobcats might have an opportunity to
right there.
Tack on some more points. Yeah, there it is. Chuck Fleischman replay shows it clear as day.
Jordan McClendon didn't let go. Had him, and then on the boot out, he didn't let him go.
So Oliver Springs won the coin toss to start the game. They deferred to the second half. So they've got this good scenario right here. You might can score going into halftime and get the ball back to come out second half. punt. Beautiful punt.
Long.
And this one, they're letting it roll, and it will fall short of the goal line. So Oliver Springs will be backed all the way up to their own 2-yard line with the Hammers 1st and 10. So 98 yards away. And Benton's throwing his arm up in the air, and he's saying, that's my fault. That's my fault.
As Coach Hoot Gibson would say, you got to field the punt.
You have to field the punt, and that's exactly why. You might get a good roll if you are the punting team.
Like my drive hitting the cart path, you know.
Right.
I aim for those cart paths.
Well, I'm not going to make fun of you because I would hit the ball outside of the cart path.
Well, I do that some too.
So we'll see how Oliver Springs responds backed up. Got a man split way out to the left, and we got
I
movement.
saw a false start somewhere inside.
But you're only going to lose a yard, so it's not that bad of a penalty. But it does put you, especially if you're taking a shotgun snap, it puts you just a little bit closer to a dangerous situation.
You know, these situations, you like to have a guy who's worked under center some so you can at least sneak to get out, get a little space. Now, if you look in the interior line right there, there is a big gap inside.
We'll see if they exploit it. They're going to try.
That's it, right where they ran.
Yeah. And pickup of, that's a good pickup.
Yeah.
On that Hammers 1st and maybe 11. You see where they spot it.
That 3 technique was sitting really wide right there.
Yeah, pickup of about 8, I think, will bring up 2nd and 7. I'm sorry, 2nd and 3. They're going to spot it at the 10-yard line.
Let's see if we get a correction on this alignment. Still a big gap inside right there.
Bokey takes a snap, handoff again. Looks about like the same play. And pickup of 2 or 3. That's should put them close to the sticks. And they're going to give it the Hammers 1st and 10. So Oliver Springs backed way up on their goal line after a tremendous punt. Well, it was a good punt, but if this is baseball, then maybe Jaquan Benton gets charged with an error for not fielding it.
But they're bringing the ball out. Now you've got a little breathing room. Now you feel like you can maybe open the offense up just a little bit.
Split back set once again. Bokey.
They fixed the gap.
And so Day gets the handoff, and there's not a lot there on 1st down.
Looked like late. Logan Sisk is going to shift back down inside. Yeah, he's back in the B gap right there. So Day had to kind of bring it back into A gap.
And then from that defensive end spot, J.R. Hardrick able to come over and make that tackle.
Clean it up, yeah.
So they give him about a yard. We'll call it 2nd and 9. And Oliver Springs in no hurry whatsoever. If this one goes to halftime, they're going to be content with it. Jets that time gets the handoff, makes the first guy miss, not the second. So he'll be stopped for a loss.
We're going to go under a minute right here.
Yeah, and South Pittsburg has no timeouts, so.
What's the play clock differential? 20 seconds, so.
You could take a knee here.
Yeah, and it's over.
Yeah.
You get into the half, no, it's over. You get in, the half is over.
Right. So. Play clocks run down to 4. Snap, a little bit of high snap. Jet takes it, and he's stopped. Play clock resets at 40, and I think that's going to do it.
Yeah. If you remember, South Pittsburg had to use some timeouts early.
Yeah.
And these are the situations where you would like to make them fun again. So, but not having timeouts is a handicap at this point.
So the Oliver Springs Bobcats have welcomed the defending 1A state champions to DJ Britton Field, and they have a lead at halftime, 17-0. Got a whole nother half to go, a lot of time left to play, but right now, Oliver Springs sitting pretty. Halftime festivities coming up. This is the OEB Law Game of the Week.
Kathy Mae Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy Mae Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
When the lights turn on and the game begins, you need a team you can rely on. Ray Varner Ford and Clinton's strong lineup of vehicles is crafted with the same dedication and hard work that drives our community. Experience quality and value in this pre-owned 2023 Ford Expedition Limited 4x4 $67,950, 2017 Ford F-150 Raptor SVT $41,950, 2023 Ford Escape ST Line $28,940. Local you trust, pre-owned vehicles you can afford. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
In East Tennessee, our work heritage runs deep. For over a century, the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union Local 102 has been part of the area's growth and prosperity. Don't sell yourself or your business short by hiring unskilled labor. Our cutting-edge labor training facility equips our members with the advanced skills needed to be the very best in the industry. Keep jobs local and the money in the state. At Local 102, we work tirelessly today to help build a better tomorrow for our community and our members.
1 in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's 1 person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Medic Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Medic has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
Energize your home with natural gas from ORUD, your affordable energy choice. See all the ways natural gas can improve your home by visiting one of the ORUD showrooms in Oak Ridge or Kingston. New gas appliances run more efficiently. They provide hot water when you need it, precise heat control for cooking, and can dry clothes in about half the time. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can use. ORUD Natural Gas.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
To me, being an attorney means more than...
against the paint in a candle flame compound. Extinguished light, I saw the dull yellow eye of the creature open. It breathed hard
practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OEB Law, we stand with you because communication is key. Hi, I'm Tim Elrod. Over the years, you've heard us at OEB Law say, let us turn your wreck into a check. We still do that for many families, but I want to take the time to go beyond the slogan. I think I've learned over the years, and more every day, that the most important thing for an attorney to understand is the value of being a partner to you. When you and your family call an attorney, you're calling because you need some help. You need someone to pull alongside you and stand with you. We understand the process of the legal system. You probably don't. So it's our responsibility to keep you informed about every step of the process. You're going to have questions about what's going on. What's next? What do I need to know? Our responsibility is to guide you through the process with the information that you need, the answers to your questions, and the assurance that we have your back at OEB Law. You have my word. We stand with you because communication is key. To me, being an attorney...
1 in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's 1 person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Medic Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Medic has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
Back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. Aaron Harvey, Dan Shoemaker. It is halftime here at Oliver Springs, and it's the Bobcats leading over South Pittsburg 17-0. Want to give a quick shout out before we go any further to Medic. We talked a little bit about last night about how the way that works, because I don't think a lot of people understand it unless you go and ask, whatever. But if you donate blood, you get a blood bank for a year. So if you do need a transfusion, then it's free. If you donate blood, you just pull out of your blood bank or whatever. But most people aren't going to need a transfusion. So when you donate blood, you do have that bank for a year. But the understanding is you're going to save someone else's life, and that's really what it's all about. But also to make you feel even better about it, you get free things for donating.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm a big fan of that. So normally they'll give you a free appetizer from Texas Roadhouse, get a T-shirt. I love those Medic T-shirts. They're great. So want to encourage everyone out there. Yeah, okay, fine. The needle hurts a little bit when it goes in, but it's such a good thing to do to donate blood. So want to encourage everyone to do that. And to find a blood drive near you, you can go to medicblood.org. And I'm pretty sure until the end of the month, if you donate, you'll be put into a drawing to win 2 tickets to go see Morgan Wallen. And that's a big one.
Right? That is the big one. Now, I like the appetizer. My wife's big on the T-shirt, but the Morgan Wallen tickets, I think that would be the top of the mark.
Yeah, because that's a hot ticket. So let's talk about this Oliver Springs South Pittsburg game. 17-0 Oliver Springs, and really the Bobcats have dominated this game so far. South Pitt, a young team, loses 18 starters last year, and Oliver Springs, the veteran team, brings back 18 starters, and you can really see that out there. As I mean, this South Pittsburg team, this is a big boy game for those young players.
It really is, and just looking at comments, I'm checking that during halftime while the band's playing. I'm kind of scrolling through. A lot of folks across East Tennessee right now are really surprised at this score. I think the only people who are not really surprised is Coach Harper and his kids, because they knew they had the potential. They really felt like that this was going to be their year. And they've had that swagger, like I said, when I've seen them in scrimmages already coming into this. They're playing with a lot of confidence right now, and it's really showing up on the field.
And you see the camera is panning so that you could see all the people lined up on the fence there to watch this game. There are a lot of people here, and there should be. These, you think Oliver Springs, South Pittsburg, two of the top teams in single A in the state of Tennessee.
Yeah, you know, a lot of championships have been won at South Pittsburg. And to quote the famous or infamous Ric Flair, if you want to be the man, you got to beat the man. And Coach Harper's taking that challenge on. And I commend him for that, because a lot of people are going to duck that hard game on the first on the front end of your schedule. They want to play the warm-up, you know, and kind of work out the kinks. And Coach Harper said, no, boys, we're going to stand up to the test and see what we're made of. And tonight, they're really proving a lot.
So I think this is going to be the big challenge, and I talked to Mr. Elrod about that when we had him on. South Pittsburg is a lot deeper than Oliver Springs. So even though Oliver Springs has come out and they built this halftime lead, you still got to play 2 more quarters, and you've got a lot more guys for Oliver Springs that are playing both ways, and you get that adrenaline of that first quarter, and as the game goes on, there's a chance that adrenaline starts waning a little bit.
Starts to fade. It really does.
And so Oliver Springs, they've got to keep it tough for 2 more quarters.
You know, you know, the halftime routine is really big with that, getting the Gatorade back in, or whatever they're using, Powerade, whatever it is, to get the electrolytes back in. I know some players who really dehydrate, especially early in the season, will take IVs at halftime, especially at the collegiate level, just to make sure that they're able to go. And so you always worry as a coach, did I spell them enough? Did I rest them enough during the first half? Because you like to get a rotation going, especially with your big guys up front. And so that's going to be the question. You know, that's going to be the question. Can the second half maintain, can Oliver Springs in the second half maintain the effort and the energy they brought to the first half?
Now, see, they've got already a 17-point handicap here. So that's good. You come out with all that adrenaline. You build that 3-score lead. So even if you do drop off a little bit, really all you got to do is play a little bit of defense.
Yes. Yeah, you're exactly right. Now, here's the other piece of that puzzle that I think will tell us the tale of the tale, the first 3 to 4 minutes in this third quarter. I always thought that was a very important time in any ball game. And we're going to find out, you know, what are the adjustments, how are those things working, and what is it that South Pittsburg is going to change up and try to do a little differently. What is it that the Bobcats are going to do a little differently? And so that 3 or 4 minutes is going to tell us a lot tonight.
So asking you from a coach's perspective, because you've been in the locker room, you've done the halftime deal, you've seen this, you've made halftime adjustments. When you go into the locker room with a lead, or you go back to the field house, wherever they go with a lead, what, do you make adjustments? You know, what you're doing has been working, but you know South Pittsburg, they're going to counter with something.
Well, yeah, what you try to do is anticipate what the next adjustment is. And so you're ready for that, you know, and you talk with your defensive coordinator and you say, okay, here's what I think may be coming up. If you see this, be ready with this, this, and this. And you talk to your offensive coordinator and say, okay, they're running that 4-man front now. That's giving us some problems. What can we do to answer that? And so that's going to be big. That's going to be big.
So Oliver Springs won the toss. They deferred to begin this game. They will get the football to begin the second quarter. Or, I'm sorry, the second half. Let's say that right. This is night 2 for us, too.
Yes.
We want to make that clear. I'm enjoying this atmosphere, this game right here. It's been a really fun game to watch so far, especially for an Oliver Springs fan.
Oh, absolutely. You know, it's just been good football, though.
Exactly.
Across the board. I've seen a lot of good athletic plays tonight.
And we were joined at halftime. We had some conversations up here, and the comment was made, this is not going to be the same looking South Pittsburg team that makes it to the playoffs. So this young team, they're going to get experience. As they get experience, they're going to get better and better. They're going to gel. And so this is really good. You get a good look at them right here. Oliver Springs gets that personal look at them because they're actually playing tonight, but the teams that are watching the game and will watch this game, they're getting they know the players, they know what they're capable of, but this South Pittsburg team, you think they're going to be able to do it a lot better towards the end of the season.
Well, the biggest improvement you always see in teams is the improvement between week 1 and week 2. And so we won't see this same team, in a couple of weeks. The rust will be knocked off. They'll figure out who's playing where.
Getting set for the kickoff. This kickoff tonight sponsored by the Knoxville Local 102 Plumbers and Steamfitters Union. And there is the kick. It is fielded at about the 11-yard line by Jackson Jett. Jett makes a man miss. Still on his feet before he's finally gobbled up at about the 27-yard line. And that is where Oliver Springs will have a Hammers 1st and 10.
Nice return. He's like I said earlier, he's quick as a hiccup. You think he's hemmed in, and he's got a little jump cut, and then he's moving the other direction at that point. So nice little return here. Well, he takes it about the 12, 13-yard line. Gets out past the 20.
He didn't
27, yeah.
He didn't change his last name to Jett. It's just an appropriate one. So 3 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right to begin this drive. Day in the backfield with Bokey. That 4-man front.
They stayed with the 4-man front.
So Oliver Springs spreads them out. With 2 seconds on the play clock, Bokey takes a snap. Looking downfield, he's just going to tuck it and run himself. Makes the first guy miss up to the 30, and he's finally taken down. So not much there.
Not much. The coverage in the secondary was really good. He comes off his first read, looks back across the field, and then just says, okay, guys, let's see what we can make happen here. You would rather see that in a positive play than throwing the ball into traffic. And so, second and 7.
Same formation. Bokey calls out the play. Takes a snap. Handoff goes to Day, and Day's met in the backfield. Somehow makes it back up to the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 3rd and 7.
Jordan McClendon was in the backfield about the same time that Day got the football.
Whew.
That was a big hit.
So Oliver Springs trying to avoid going 3 and out to begin this drive. South Pittsburg trying to get an important 3 and out. Bokey takes a snap under pressure. Lets it go over the middle. The pass is almost intercepted.
Powell almost had the pick.
Sure did.
Throw was a little bit behind, tipped, and Powell almost had the pick right there.
See the Chuck Fleischman replay.
He might have scored had he gotten it.
Yeah. Came so close. Pass just a little bit high and behind the intended target, Jett there. So here is Mason Day. Punts this one away. It's a high, wobbly kick, and it will take an Oliver Springs bounce. And will be downed at the 31.
Yeah, that was Powell back there. Ball got away from him a little bit. My rule was if you're not going to catch it, get away from it. Don't stand there and look at it because it may bounce back into you.
Yeah, then he chased it down.
Yeah, don't chase after that one. And then gets a little nudge. Maybe he'll hit the ball. Little gamesmanship there.
Yeah.
Dalton Reynolds trying to make something happen.
Hammers 1st and 10. Handoff goes to Buckner. Buckner gets ahead for about 3 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 7.
About 3. You remember last year in that game, that play was a 7-8 yard play about every time they ran it. Oliver Springs has gone to school over the offseason and figured out ways to make that play not as effective.
Buckner again with a handoff, and this time he's got room. He's got the Hammers first down and more. Crosses midfield down to about the Oliver Springs 46-yard line.
Looks like they brought it one gap wider right there, and that's what we saw last year during the playoff. Got the crease right there. And they've got everything sealed up inside. Your safeties and corners then are having to make that tackle.
So far, South Pittsburg winning this second half. Handoff Buckner again. And he gets ahead to about the 39.
And it's funny, South Pittsburg has ran the same 3 plays.
Yep.
Pretty much coming, Buckner across the right side there.
Yep. Looks like South Pitt's pulling a guard.
Yeah.
Pick up a 5 that time, or a long 4. We'll call it 2nd and 6. And this time, they're going to run the quarterback that direction, and he's got a first down inside the 30.
They've seen something on that right side over there they think they can exploit. Every play so far has been to that side and been positive.
So this time, instead of giving it to Buckner, you send him out as a lead blocker.
Yeah.
Hammers 1st and 10. Ball inside the 30. Handoff Buckner. This time.
That got stopped, yeah. So, they were waiting on that one.
So now, Coach Shoemaker, you run a counter.
That's what old Danny Boy would call.
Yeah, Oliver Springs finally figured out how to stop it to the right, so now you run it to the left.
Quarterback keep on the little counter play right there would be really, no, now we're going to run the Q sweep.
And Cooper should have enough for a Hammers 1st and 10. See if they give it to him.
I think he's got it.
They've not told the chains to move.
No, they got the 2. They're still running the 2 on the down marker.
He's so close to that thing. That's about as close to a first down as you can get. And Oliver Springs is going to take a timeout. So Oliver Springs gets it to the halftime with a lead, but now South Pittsburgh's driving. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Thank you for the support over 55 years.
Hi, I'm Tim Elrod. Over the years, you've heard us at OEB Law say, let us turn your wreck into a check. We still do that for many families, but I want to take the time to go beyond the slogan. I think I've learned over the years, and more every day, that the most important thing for an attorney to understand is the value of being a partner to you. When you and your family call an attorney, you're calling because you need some help. You need someone to pull alongside you and stand with you. We understand the process of the legal system. You probably don't. So it's our responsibility to keep you informed about every step of the process. You're going to have questions about what's going on. What's next? What do I need to know? Our responsibility is to guide you through the process with the information that you need, the answers to your questions, and the assurance that we have your back at OEB Law. You have my word. We stand with you because communication is key.
So back out of the timeout. 2nd and inches. Quarterback keeper, and Cooper gets inside the 5 down to the 4, and South Pittsburg is as close as they've been all night from pay dirt.
That was just straight ahead run right there. Buckner's going to lead him up. Kind of a Q isolation, quarterback isolation right there.
Hammers 1st and goal from the 4. Cooper with Buckner to his left, takes a snap, handoff Buckner. He's going to try to get the corner, gets into the end zone.
He's in.
Touchdown, South Pitt. The Pirates have cut it to 11.
Remember what I said about that first 4 minutes?
Yep.
That's a championship caliber team across the way. They're not going to lay down. Just a nice run.
So on to attempt the extra point is Alex Phillips. Jay Stone to hold. Snap, set, kick. It's up. It's good. So with 7:01 left to go in the third quarter, South Pittsburg strikes back. It's 17-7 in your OEB Law Game of the Week.
24 Ford Maverick Hybrid, 25,515. 23 Ford Escape all-wheel drive, 30,995. 24 Ford F250 Crew Cab 4x4 STX, 59,757. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OEB Law, we stand with you because communication is key.
And back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. I want to give you some scoring updates because a lot of good games going on, and going to have to eat some crow because in the fourth quarter, Ravenwood is leading Alcoa 27-9.
Didn't see that one.
No.
We both picked the other way on that one, didn't we?
Yeah, late in the third quarter, Jefferson County leads Oak Ridge 34-31.
That one tightened up.
Yep. So South Pittsburgh set to kick this off for the second time tonight. And this kickoff brought to you by the UA Local 102 Plumbers Steamfitters Union in Knoxville. Reminding you there is no substitute for UA skilled craftsmen. Here's the kick. High, end over ender. It will go out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Bring it out to the 35. Or you can move the ball back 5 yards and make them kick again. Most folks don't do that. Now we're going to see if Oliver Springs can respond after that scoring drive.
Well, they saw how South Pittsburgh had made adjustments on defense. Bobcats able to run in the first half. South Pittsburgh trying to take that away this half. Split backfield, handoff. And that's Mason Day, and Day gets up to the 40-yard line.
Yeah.
And he's got a cramp.
Remember those electrolytes and all those things we were talking about?
Yeah, he might not have had an IV in the...
Yeah. We used to use an old thing. It looked like one of those Listerine little strips, you put on your tongue.
Yeah.
And this was just pure electrolytes. You stick those in there, drink water, and you were good to go. That was a really quick way to get electrolytes in.
He was quick.
Check flash replay, see. His leg just kind of locked up there.
Kind of locked up. See him pulling those toes back. That's always the hint. And the bad part about it, once that starts happening, it's hard to get enough fluids in to alleviate that. Got to hit the pickle juice.
It works. Two wideouts to the near side, one to the left. Handoff. This goes to Jet. And Jet is stopped about the line of scrimmage. Big old scrum going on.
Yeah.
And now we've got a flag.
Yeah, it looked like an old-timey piling on call. I'm not sure what they call that these days. But when you jump on the pile like that, it's typically frowned upon.
So this would be big.
Could be very big, yeah.
Dead ball, personal foul, South Pittsburg.
I swear I think it's a piling on.
That might be what it was.
I don't know what the signal for piling on is, but that's an old-timey call.
But we've talked a lot about the 6'6" defensive end for South Pittsburg, J.R. Hardrick, and when that flag got thrown, he turned around and threw his arms up at his team and talked to them. So trying to...
And here it comes right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so it looked like to me he was trying to tell his team, like, we can't have this.
Exactly.
Quick snap on first down. Jet with the carry. Jet spin move down to the 35-yard line of South Pittsburg. That's going to be close to a Hammers first down.
That looked like one of those Nintendo button moves, right? The circle or the X or whatever. What's the zoop?
You're sounding old calling it Nintendo.
Oh, am I?
Coach,
okay.
yeah.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be 60 my next birthday, so I guess I am old. So.
Well, you know what? I think you're pretty spry for a 60-year-old.
Well, I'm not there yet, but...
I'll be 55.
Pretty spry for an almost 60-year-old.
Almost 60. Yeah, I'm the oldest guy on this crew.
There you go.
I'm only 5 years behind.
So 9 yards on that pickup by Jet makes it a 2nd and 1.
They've kind of gone a three-man front, but they've got the outside linebacker walked up almost like a defensive end over there on the top side of this screen right there.
Jet gets the play. Handoff. I say Jet gets the play. Jet actually ended up getting the handoff. Boki got the play. And he picks up about 6, and that's enough for a Hammers first and 10.
Got one down. Who is that?
For Oliver Springs, that looks like Brady Woods, a senior.
Yes.
And it looks like he's cramping up, too.
I hear him hollering for water down there, actually.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Need to get you some BANANAS, said Gwen Stefani.
There you go. Yeah. Brady's playing in that left guard spot. Played a really good game tonight, coming off the ball.
He's up.
He's up, moving. That's a good sign. Get him some water.
Yeah, but like you said, it's hard to stay hydrated once you get that first cramp. And we still got a long way to go. We are just under halfway through the third quarter. But Oliver Springs trying to respond after South Pittsburg puts up its first points of the game. They're threatening.
Yeah, it looked like Jonah Robbins came in to take his spot.
Man in motion. Boki back to pass. Looking. He's got Benton one-on-one. Touchdown! Jaquan Benton and Oliver Springs.
They answered the call right there.
The only touchdown for Oliver Springs last season was a long touchdown pass to Jaquan Benton. And he's got another one in this one too. But South Pittsburgh's got a man down. And it might be a cramp as well. We'll see this Chuck Fleischman replay. Benton had one-on-one coverage. Boki saw it and went straight to him.
Yeah, he kind of cramped there at the end, I think.
Right in his hammy.
Good teams respond, and that's what we just saw right there.
That's a big response, and that's why Jaquan Benton is such a weapon. He's a junior. He's tall. He can win one-on-one matchups like that. So Oliver Springs uses Bryson Goodman to kick extra points and to do kickoffs. But when they needed the 41-yard field goal, they used the quarterback, Liam Bokey.
Bokey, yeah.
So do you think they do use Goodman so they don't have to use Bokey?
Yeah, I think so. You want to get him off the field some, get him something to drink, let the coaches work with him, get things, organized in that manner. I know a lot of places, Luke Treese only plays on offense.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great kicker too.
Right.
Jack takes those duties over now, so you can get him off the field and talk to him. I know Beefy wants to talk to him and get things figured out.
The kick is up. It is good. So South Pittsburg scores. But 2 minutes later, Oliver Springs responds. It's the Bobcats 24-7 with 5:12 left to go in the third quarter of your OEB Law Game of the Week.
2023 Ford Expedition Limited 4x4, $67,950. 2017 Ford F-150 Raptor SVT, $41,950. 2023 Ford Escape ST Line, $28,940. Ray Varner Ford, built for the game.
1952. That's the year Hammers opened the first store in East Tennessee. Now there are 5 stores, and there's always something new. Like in Hammers' popular ladies' boutique department, you'll find the lowest price possible on new arrivals every week. Find similar deals in the men's department and the expanded rug department. Plus, special purchases always offer surprise savings. You never know what you'll find next at Hammers.
Back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. Aaron Harvey, Coach Dan Shoemaker, as Oliver Springs leading this game by a score of 24-7, getting set to kick off in our kickoffs. Sponsored by the United Association Local 102, Plumbers and Steam Fitters Union out of Knoxville. For more information, call 865-523-7413. Reminding you, there is no substitute for UA skilled craftsmen. So here is Goodman, and this one is more down the middle, and it's bobbled at about the 22-yard line, but picked up, and a good return by Kassan Powell.
That was, I mean, the pressure of having to take your eyes off the coverage, find the football between your feet, and then come on and get a return. He did a fine job with that.
Yeah, that's a nice looking return. So
good field position.
Hammers 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line is what it looks like. Handoff. Buckner, maybe a yard, 2nd long.
I tell you, Oliver Springs is really able to maintain that line of scrimmage up front.
And look at this.
Oh, you don't see that every day.
No, Buckner got a cramp, and Oliver Springs is helping him stretch it out.
And the Oliver Springs trainer's out.
Yeah, that's Cole Jackson. He said, listen, guy, I've been there before. I know what that's like. I'll help you out. And, as chippy as this game has been, you really love to see something like that.
Yeah. Was that Jordan Gray helping him stretch out?
Looks like it.
Yeah, that's great sportsmanship right there, because he's got a bad cramp.
Yeah, he's hurting.
And he's played a heck of a lot of snaps, physical snaps, both sides of the ball, and it's hard to get in that kind of shape. Oh, I didn't see the other one down either.
Oh, yeah, sure is.
Looks like he's cramping in both.
Yeah, they're stretching both his legs out. That's tough. It's been a very physical football game here tonight.
That's Chris Gonzalez. Buckner still walking a little gingerly as he leaves the field.
Yeah, he's He's got a really stiff and straight leg.
Mason Day has made it back into the lineup here on defense.
So quarterback keeper, here's Cooper looking for running room. And he will get about 5 yards, and that'll bring up third and manageable.
You know, I was sitting here thinking, with Buckner out, who's your next best running back? Is going to be Cooper.
I remember this team looked a lot different last year. Not when we saw them here against Oliver Springs, because the starting quarterback got hurt in that first drive, but
yeah.
You know, they had quarterback Camden Wellington, and Wellington had thrown for 1,800 yards. He was a 2-time Mr. Football finalist, and they don't have Wellington out there, and it's obvious that because they are so run heavy.
Right. Fourth and about, what, a yard, a little less maybe?
About half a yard, and
yeah,
it's on the South Pittsburg side of the field, but you have to think that the Pirates are going to go for it
I
here.
think you go for it, yeah. I mean, it's a short yardage, and they've been able to actually get pretty good push.
So under center now, and it's a fumble.
He's short. That ball's going over.
And there's a flag.
Dead ball.
False start.
Oh,
my goodness.
Well, that's a big one. That means the play doesn't count.
But now it's going to be 4th and 6. Coach Stone's got a decision now.
So now I kind of feel like you punt it.
I think you do.
There's plenty of time on the clock.
Yeah, we're still third quarter. Could go freeze. You know, go hard count, go 2.
That's true. And they got it.
And they got it. Now 4th and 1. Dead ball.
You got to know that's coming. If you're Oliver Springs, you have to know. You know, last night that happened in the Anderson County Powell game. There were about 2 minutes left. Anderson County had the ball. They had it 4th down, and they came out real quick like they were going to run a play, sent a guy in motion, and did a hard count, and Powell jumped, and that pretty much sealed the game.
That sealed the deal, didn't it?
For Anderson County. So shotgun snap, Cooper with the keeper. He's got the first down and more. Down the sideline, into the end zone, touchdown, South Pitt. There is a flag at midfield.
I see it. It's got to be a hold right there, right on the edge.
And I guess Mr. Whitehat threw that flag because he's going to go ahead and tell us what it was. Holding on South Pittsburg. That will negate a 52-yard run.
That takes the touchdown off the board. He'll make it about 4th and 8. 4th and 9.
And we got another player down for South Pittsburg in front of their sideline, about the 20-yard line.
I think that's an injury. I didn't see a cramp with that one.
Now the officials are talking.
Now the spot was around the 50, which means I thought it was going to be about 4th and 9. Coach Stone's not questioning this at all, but it doesn't really matter because he's decided to punt anyway.
Yeah, I don't think the yard makes that big of a difference, but
Had a sideline warning against Oliver Springs?
I don't know. I didn't see it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a sideline warning. They're talking to the coaches down here now. I thought the first one was a warning and the second one was a penalty. Have we already had one of those? That's a huge call right there, guys. Pirates get an inherited first down right there, but I didn't. Okay.
Wow. Okay. So that was a lot of craziness.
Yeah.
So South Pittsburg has a Hammers 1st and 10 at the Bobcat 46-yard line. Cooper takes a snap, and he's gobbled up in the backfield, and he'll be tackled around midfield. And another flag comes out.
I think they're getting the sideline over there. Coach was getting really animated. Let's see what this is.
Personal foul.
Oh, okay.
So you lose yardage on that play, and then you get a personal foul penalty. So that Hammers 1st and 10 is going to net you, or it's not. You're in a deficit. You're going to lose about 19 yards, I believe.
And dead ball, you also lose the down. Did you see anything? I didn't see it there, but
I didn't see it either.
It's going to be down in the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. A little more of that okey doke right there in front of the official.
Handoff, and that's Buckner back in the game. We like to see him back in the game. That's good.
That's a positive.
But he is stopped for a loss on the play.
And I'm going to tell you one thing that I've kind of noticed as this third quarter starting to wind down. We've had a lot of stand around time, sorting out injuries, sorting out penalties and whatnot. That helps you recover, right?
Yeah.
That helps you, you get some fluids in. That helps you recover.
The Sticks are saying it's second down, but it should be third down.
I would think. Because it was a dead ball foul, so that should be third
down. Yeah, the personal foul happened after that tackle. So that play should have counted.
There you go. They fixed the box.
Okay. Buckner up the middle, and he's swarmed.
He's had a rough night tonight. He's been hit a lot. Played hard.
So this will be fourth down. And you would need about 3 sideline warnings this time to give South Pittsburg the automatic first down. They mark it at the 37-yard line, looks like.
Yeah.
So they would need 26. It's 4th and 26.
4th and Frostbottom from here.
That's right. South Pittsburg has to punt this one away, and it's toward the sideline, bounces out of bounds.
It is out of bounds. That way you make sure they don't return it.
That's right. So they'll mark it at the 33-yard line. And that's where Oliver Springs will have the 1st and 10. Normally about right now, you would be tuning in to the free medical clinic Friday night scoreboard show. But because our game kicked off half hour or hour later than usual, we're not even done with the third quarter yet. So you'll have to wait.
Okay, I got a clarification on the sideline warning. Oliver Springs had a sideline warning during the first quarter. So this was number 2, which is why they enforced the penalty.
Gotcha.
That's my crack researcher, Mr. Landon Mann.
So jet sweep for Jackson Jet gets it up to the 35-yard line. That's a pickup of about 2. We'll make it 2nd and 8.
And you're going to see Oliver Springs really work the clock now. They're going to take their time. They're going to snap the ball when the play clock's probably under 5. They're going to be in no hurry.
Well, another reason you're not in a hurry is to save your energy.
Save your energy. You want to burn that clock.
Third quarter winding down, 5 seconds on the play clock, and Jet gets the carry again. He bounces it backwards before moving forwards for about 3 more yards. And I believe that'll bring up 3rd and 4.
And that'll be the last play of the third quarter.
Sure will. So South Pittsburg struck back first, got on the board to make it 17-7, but then Oliver Springs responded. The Bobcats score again to go up 24-7, and they've got the ball, and they will have it with 3rd down and 4 to begin the 4th quarter of your OEB Law Game of the Week.
In East Tennessee, our work heritage runs deep. For over a century, the Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union Local 102 has been part of the area's growth and prosperity. Don't sell yourself or your business short by hiring unskilled labor. Our cutting-edge labor training facility equips our members with the advanced skills needed to be the very best in the industry. Keep jobs local and the money in the state. At Local 102, we work tirelessly today to help build a better tomorrow for our community and our members.
1 in 7 people will need a blood transfusion during their life. That's 1 person every 2 seconds receiving a life-saving product. At Medic Regional Blood Center, we are the primary blood provider for 25 hospitals in 23 East Tennessee and southeastern Kentucky counties. Started in 1958, Medic has been serving Knoxville and the surrounding areas for 66 years. For 1 hour of your time, you can save a life. Visit medicblood.org for more information on blood donation.
Back at Oliver Springs, Bobcats with a 24-7 lead to start the 4th quarter. Some scoring updates for you. Jefferson County gets the win over Oak Ridge, 34-31. And it is Ravenwood taking down Alcoa. Final score 27-17.
Oh, I've got a score 09-28, Rockwood 7.
Here is Jackson Jet. He's got enough for a Hammers. 1st and 10.
Got the edge right there.
So now Oliver Springs at the Pirate 48-yard line.
And they're going to take their time. 40-second play clock. They're going to milk that for all they can.
Clock's not running.
That's right.
Mason Day with the carry. And he's pushing a pile forward. Still on his feet. Day still on his feet. Being carried. Pushed down the field to the South Pittsburg 30-yard line. 18-yard pickup. Sticks move again. And Day's helmet falls off.
Yeah,
he's going to have to come out for a play.
Come out for a play. That was a statement play right there. You just get behind that offensive line. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing.
Mason Day, the senior, fired up with good reason. Hammers 1st and 10. Bobcats at the South Pittsburg 30-yard line. So Cole Jackson takes the place of Mason Day. Bokey, snap, Handoff. Jackson Jet. Powell's forward, maybe gets one on the play. We'll bring up 2nd and long.
Tyler Phillips is working his right wrist. I'm not sure what happened in there. He's not coming out. He's one of those gamers, right? He's going to stay in there.
This is a big one.
This is a big one. This is a signature win if you can get it.
1 second on the play clock.
And timeout.
I'm not seeing, I guess they got the timeout. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances. Quality appliances from brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid.
Patterson's Appliances has been helping families like yours find quality home appliances from trusted brands including Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid for over 55 years. Our knowledgeable appliance specialists know how to outfit your kitchen or laundry room with the right appliances to meet your needs. We service what we sell with our own in-house factory-trained service technicians, and for the DIYers, our parts department is always ready to help customers find the appliance parts they need. Patterson's Home Appliances, because we care.
Back to the OEB Law Game of the Week, Aaron Harvey. Coach Dan Shoemaker. We're seeing a big one here.
We are seeing a big one.
Alluded to it in the pregame, but no Morgan or Roane County team has ever defeated South Pittsburg. And Oliver Springs has a chance to change that.
They really do.
10:30.
The big thing is you tell your players we got to finish the deal, right?
Have to. Cole Jackson with the handoff, and he goes for the sticks. It's going to depend on where they mark it. The only thing is, though, he goes out of bounds, which stops the clock.
It does. But, they're in field goal range right now.
That's true. And he did get enough for the first down, so ball spotted just inside the 20-yard line. Bobcats have entered the red zone.
They have entered the red zone.
Now 10:22 left to play in the game. Bokey takes a snap, handoff, Jackson again. And Cole Jackson piles ahead.
Helmet.
And a head goes wrong across the field.
You hope it's just the helmet, right? South Pittsburgh's kind of got their back against the wall right here. If they give up a score here, it's going to be really hard to get back into this thing. So that, you're going to start seeing that defensive coordinator bring pressure. He's going to start trying to run stunts and taking some chances. And Oliver Springs is also going to try to take advantage, knowing that they're going to try to call plays that can break big.
And South Pitt jumps off sides. And I believe that'll be enough for the Hammers first. And will it be goal? It will be.
It will
Hammers
be
first and goal.
It's one of those inherited first downs.
That is. That it is. So just inside the 10-yard line.
And the clock's running, so they're going to take their time.
Clock's running, about 30 seconds on the play clock.
I think that play clock should have been set at 25 after the penalty. Oh, we got an injury. No, do we? What's going on?
I have no idea what's going on. So with that, Oliver Springs goes ahead and snaps the ball. Gives it to Jet. Jets into the end zone. Touchdown, Oliver Springs. And a flag comes out late. And another flag comes out.
I think those are dead ball.
Personal foul, Oliver Springs. Personal foul, South Pitt. And so, no, it's not a dead ball. Those took place during the play, and that will wipe a touchdown off the board.
A do-over like we used to do in the backyard.
A mulligan.
That was a great design play, run really well. Oliver Springs will come back to that at some point.
So now both teams tonight have had 6 points taken off the board.
Yeah. We're missing somebody. We're short somebody. Okay.
5 seconds on the play clock. Bokey handoff. Jackson stumbles in down to about the 3, and another flag comes out.
This one is really getting chippy, guys. See what this flag is.
A block in the back. That's interesting.
Let's watch the replay. He threw it back here.
Yeah, it's thrown. Maybe right there. I don't know.
Could have saw a hold in there. Maybe I didn't see the block in the back though. But see, every time you're running the play, you're pulling more time off the clock, and you're still staying at the same down.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You just wound the clock. There it goes. Yep.
And there's 20 seconds on the play clock. So South Pittsburg had 6 points whopped off the board, and they couldn't score again. Let's see if Oliver Springs can still get into the end zone. And Mason Day stacked up at the line of scrimmage, and somehow that pile still falls forward for a gain of a couple.
Second down.
Gain of 1. So second and goal from the 18. And clock running.
We ran that first down, what, 2-3 times?
Yes.
With the clock running each time, so.
So still 15 seconds on the play clock, but Oliver Springs looks ready to snap the football. And they do. Bokey drops back under pressure, fires it over the middle. Incomplete.
2 receivers open. They were kind of running together. I like the call.
Yeah, Bokey really couldn't step into that because he was under pressure.
He had pressure. He kind of had to get it up over that defensive line.
So third and goal from the 18, but we've already seen Oliver Springs make a 41-yard field goal, so we know that's an option.
Looks like South Pittsburgh's going to go with a 3-man front. Well, no. I saw a substitution pattern, but.
Saboki's going to line up with Day in the backfield. Oh, and that pass is almost picked off.
Oh, my goodness.
Ooh, that could have been huge.
That could have been a big-time play.
Well, that's going to bring up 4th and goal from the 18. So we'll see if Oliver Springs, and it looks like they're going to bring the field goal unit out.
You remember I said South Pittsburg had their back up against the wall?
Yep.
This holding them to a field goal right here is a win for them. while it does give them another score, it doesn't increase the number of scores you need.
So from close to the right hash, just inside of it, this will be a 35-yard attempt for Boki. Snap is a little low, but it's set, it's up, it's good. Boki 2 for 2 on field goals tonight. And Oliver Springs runs its lead up to 27-7 with 7:50 left to go in the OEB Law Game of the Week.
Energize your home with natural gas from ORUD, your affordable energy choice. See all the ways natural gas can improve your home by visiting one of the ORUD showrooms in Oak Ridge or Kingston. New gas appliances run more efficiently. They provide hot water when you need it, precise heat control for cooking, and can dry clothes in about half the time. Comfort you can feel. Savings you can use. ORUD Natural Gas.
And welcome back to the OEB Law Game of the Week. Get a Chuck Fleischman replay of that Liam Boki field goal. That would have been good for probably about 45, I'd say.
In our community, he's got quite a leg.
So now, South Pittsburg finds itself down by 3 touchdowns and at least 2 extra points. As we get set for this kickoff. Kickoff sponsored by UA Local 102 Plumber Steamfitters Union in Knoxville, reminding you that there is no substitute for UA skilled craftsmen. High end over ender, taken at the 20 on a run.
Looking for a seam.
And this is Powell, and Powell with a good return. Gets it to the Bobcat 44-yard line, so South Pitt will have really good field position to begin this drive.
Yeah, he found a nice little seam over on the left side. He knows he's kind of being really patient, letting it develop. And then once he gets it, there he goes. Now, South Pittsburg will probably want to start working pretty quick between snaps.
Yeah, and you look at it, you're almost midway through the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But there's still a lot of time left.
There's a lot of time.
Cooper drops back to pass. Under pressure, escapes it, rolling to his left. He'll have to keep it, and he is down after a gain of about 1. That's a lot of running to pick up 1 yard.
Stays in bounds.
And stays in bounds. You see this Chuck Fleischman replay. Wanted to set up and throw it. Had to escape the pocket.
Yeah, Day brought pressure up the middle, flushes him out to his right. Still had his eyes downfield, but just didn't have anything to throw to.
Back to pass again is Cooper. Cooper again has to tuck it, and he'll be stopped around the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 3rd and a long 8 or a short 9.
Buckner was open down the middle, but he just didn't get a chance to find him.
And the clock's running.
Yeah. And the clock's running, and they're not really getting the plays in quick.
And this is the kind of thing that South Pittsburgh's going to improve on as the year goes on.
As it goes on.
You got a sophomore quarterback taking the reins over.
3, 2, 1, 0. Delay a game. They ran 40 seconds off the clock and did not get a snap.
Yeah. And that makes a 3rd and 9, a 3rd and 14. Can't have that as we go under 6 minutes to play in this fourth quarter.
You know, I almost think a timeout there would have been useful to save the field position. 5 yards doesn't sound like much, but it is in this setting.
Clock continues to run. Cooper takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Rolling, and oh! That ball came free.
Yeah, it did pop out.
They're going to say he's down. Goodness, Mason Day drops the quarterback down at midfield. Look at this Chuck Fleischman replay. So Day jumped up.
Jumped over the blocker.
He jumped up to try to tip the pass, block the pass, and instead just ended up swallowing the quarterback.
Hey, the punt team's coming out.
That's interesting.
That might be the white flag, guys.
It does seem as if South Pittsburgh, this is conceding. Of course, I'd watch for a fake. High snap. This is not a fake. And this is not a good punt.
Ooh, that didn't even make the sticks.
It did not. About a 15-yard punt.
Snap was high, so he was rushing, trying to get it off.
Yeah. If you're an Oliver Springs fan now, you can kind of start feeling it a little bit.
If they can snap the ball 9 times, they win the ball game. If they can run 9 offensive plays and keep the clock moving during that, they're going to win this ball game.
See Coach Tyler Harper
still
on
coaching,
the sidelines there.
Still coaching hard, man, and you're going to in a ball game like this.
Split back set. Handoff. No gain on the play. That went to Jet. But the clock, it runs.
Yeah. Jet's coming out.
Second and 9 for the Bobcats.
20 seconds on the play clock.
Going to go under 4 minutes.
Two seconds, 1 second. Didn't get it off. 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, cut that one just a touch too close.
I'll back it up. It'll be 2nd and 14. But they wind the clock. They wind the play clock.
No, they just wound the game clock. I didn't think you did that after a delay game. Unless there's a rule change I don't know about. You got the edge.
Pickup of about 4 gets to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be about 3rd and 10.
And we're going to go under 3 minutes now.
30 seconds on the play clock. Oliver Springs just taking the air out of this thing.
I want to commend the officials. They've done a really nice job tonight of keeping control of this thing. And when it started to get a little chippy, they kind of asserted themselves and got things back under control.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. No gain on the play.
There came a flag in late. It's the white hat.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Oliver Springs. It'll be 4th down. It'll be 4th down at about 25. We'll see this check flash from replay.
He's right at the end.
Hard to see it there. But the white hat was right there.
Yeah, he's right in front of it.
But see, you commended the officials for asserting themselves when it started to get chippy.
Yeah.
I've seen it so many times that the officials will not do that, and it causes so many problems.
Yeah.
Kids get into fights when that happens, and it's bad. So, oh, got a whistle.
What we got? It's on the far sideline.
That ball.
Illegal
shift. An illegal shift on a punt. It's interesting.
It can happen. Now, why, I have no clue. But, yeah, it can happen. And the clock starts again. Nice high kick.
High wobbly spiral. And it's going to roll dead at the 49-yard line of Oliver Springs.
We got another flag?
No, what they've done is they're saying that it was touched.
Oh, okay. Touched
back here.
Okay.
So actually, South Pittsburg will have it at the 43-yard line.
Okay.
Instead.
Two tights.
And under pressure again as Cooper rolls to his right and breaks free, but finally tackled down at about the 31-yard line. That'll be enough for a Hammers 1st and 10. So that will temporarily stop the clock.
First down, and it cranks again. Why is it not cranking? There we go.
It's Cooper, empty again.
That's just regular sweep coming.
Yep, keeps it going to the right, moves it back to the left, gets it down to about the 25-yard line. Clock running. 1:35 left to play now. .115 left to play. Cooper.
Timeout.
So South Pittsburg calls its first timeout of the second half. This timeout brought to you by Patterson's Appliances.
And the clock's still running. Now it's stopped.
Your small town appliance specialist with big box pricing and a fully stocked warehouse.
In our community, everyone deserves access to quality health care. At the Free Medical Clinic, we offer no-charge medical services to those without insurance. There is never a bill at the Free Medical Clinic. From primary care, preventative care, diagnostics, and specialty care, our dedicated team is here to help. The Free Medical Clinic, taking your fear away from becoming sick or hurt. Go to fmcor.org to become a patient. Remember, there is never a charge for your care. fmcor.org.
64 seconds left in this game. South Pittsburg with the ball, but down 3 scores. 2nd and 1. Buckner gets the handoff going to the left, looking for running room, gets down to the 20. That's enough for Hammers 1st and 10, so it will stop the clock for a second while they move the chains.
Got my time, got one coming out. It's like Tyler Gaines coming out. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. It looked like he got poked in the eye or something.
Cooper takes a snap, going left all the way.
Oh, yeah, that was a takedown. And then the flag just flopped in. There comes another one.
Cooper on the carry, met first, and rolled down on number 58, Jackson. The Bobcats, there is a flag on the play.
I think I saw a signal for a face mask, maybe.
The line judge on that side. But there they go with it.
Foul, face mask.
Yep.
So that'll move it, I guess, half the distance to the goal, and that's enough for a Hammers 1st and goal. Ball will be spotted right at the 10-yard line with 31 seconds left. Clock winding. Cooper, handoff, Buckner. Buckner stopped in the backfield. Cole Jackson. That's an exclamation point.
That's probably your last play, guys.
And it is. South Pittsburg not even going to try to get into the end zone. It's over. Oliver Springs avenges a loss in the semifinals of the playoffs last season by opening up the season this season with a win right here where that loss took place in November.
That was, yeah, we saw history made tonight, gentlemen. We just saw history made tonight.
And a lot of people online streaming this game, very curious about it. Coalfield fans watch this, and they see this, and they say, game on.
Game on.
This is the competition. This is it. This is what's standing in our way right here.
Well, again, to quote Ric Flair, if you want to be the man, you got to beat the man. And Oliver Springs tonight showed that they can do that. Woo! So.
What a performance by Oliver Springs to start the season. They look just as seasoned as we expected them to look. They were crisp tonight, not a lot of mistakes.
No, not a lot of mistakes at all. They look like they were in mid-season form in this first game.
So that's going to do it for our first week of the OEB Law Game of the Week. We had one last night. We got to see that Coalfield team, and we had one tonight. We got to see this Oliver Springs team, and now we got to go to the Free Medical Clinic Friday Night Scoreboard Show because that normally starts at 10, and it's 10:33. So I'll just say, wow, what a game we got to witness here tonight.
This was a good one.
So next week, we're going to have Oliver Springs again. They're going to be taking on Kingston. So Kingston, I don't know the final there, but the Free Medical Clinic Friday Night Scoreboard Show will catch up with that. Harriman was winning that game, so I don't know if that's still held. So we'll get to see this Oliver Springs team take on Kingston team, and they're going to be looking for revenge from the game last year too, because Kingston drilled them in week 2.
Yeah.
So I tell you what, it's been a lot of fun. Do you have anything last to say?
Just a really, really momentous time right now. You don't beat teams like this every day. So my congratulations to Coach Harper, his kids, his staff, and the community, because it's a community part here. So, yeah, congratulations, Oliver Springs, for a well-played, hard-fought ball game.
Guys, it's been fun. We'll have Oliver Springs Kingston next week. Stay tuned for the free medical clinic Friday night scoreboard show. For Dan Shoemaker, Brad Bird, cameraman, Chandler back in the station.
I'm Brad Jones.
What did I say? Oh, I used to work with Brad Bird. My bad. Now I work with Brad Jones. For Brad Jones and the cameraman and Chandler Jones back in the studio. So long, folks.
Innovation is what allowed us to reach for the stars. And now, to reach for the ignition without changing your oil for what feels like forever. Introducing Oil Guard, a Ferris exclusive. This innovative Vanguard oil system lets you go 5 times longer between oil changes. Along with Ferris's patented suspension system, you'll cut faster, mow longer, and reduce maintenance.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
What is strength when you're battling cancer? Is it a shoulder to lean on? A voice of hope? Is it confidence in the most available care options? Or is it unmatched expertise answering your hardest questions? Giving you the courage to move forward. At Covenant Health, we think it means all of this and more. For you. Let our strength be yours.
I wanted to continue my education after high school, but my family and I didn't think we could afford it. Then I found out that Roane State has the options to make college possible. Now I'm pursuing my dreams and will make my family and community proud.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.